So I know I said we'd finish putting in the crankshaft and the pistons inside the 5.4, but we can't pass up a perfectly good rainstorm.
So you're recording a video?
Yes.
For people? Hello.
For peoples.
Hi. Playing in the rain.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, Bernie's coming. I'm needing to look in the back.
So I went ahead and cheated. Got the crankshaft put in. Main caps are on. You can see it all rotates just fine. No more sticking. So this should address most of our issues we were having before with the truck. And then setting the timing up correctly once we get it there. So let's go ahead and drop these pistons in and start getting it put back together. Alright, so we're gonna put the pistons in. I'm gonna try to do this in the same order that I took them out, and that's because I'm reusing the rods and same bearing, same crank. If I was doing all new everything, then I wouldn't care as much. But first, I'm gonna lube up the skirts of the piston. Got some play. If I ever have to rebuild this again before the new truck, definitely just gonna replace the bearings on it. I recommend you replace your bearings anytime you get the engine open. Again, I can't stress enough, the only reason I haven't done it on this engine is just because I don't care about this engine, really. I'm just trying to get a last little bit of life out of it. I do plan on buying a brand new truck in the near future. And this truck isn't going to be doing any type of long hauling or anything like that. This is just to get, at this point, really just to take trash out. Alright, so there you have it. We got one bank of pistons in. As you can see, they all travel pretty well. So that's it for this bank. I'm just going to repeat the same steps on the other side, and you guys don't need to see any more of that. So. Alright, so we got the other two sides, the other two banks done. They're all pushing through. Everything's looking a lot better. As you guys can see, I'm drenched in sweat and oil now, so I'm gonna go ahead and call it for now. Next time we get out here, we'll go ahead and start throwing some of the, we'll clean off the heads and then hopefully get the heads put back on here so we can start putting the timing components back on. But for now, short block's done. All right, later. All right, so we finished up with the block. Now we gotta start working on the heads. So the biggest thing is we gotta see if we can take this head, salvage it, and get it back on there. It looks pretty rough, but I think we can do it. So I was able to get the new one too, or the other head too, I should say. So yeah, we're gonna see if we can get this one fixed up. So we got the pistons back in, cranks in. The rotating assembly so far is good. Next, we're gonna clean off this oil filter housing adapter or mounting point. We've already got our oil pump on. I did that off camera already. I cleaned up the surfaces up here in preparation for the timing kit, which should be coming in later today. And then hopefully we can have this engine completely reassembled and ready to go back into the truck tomorrow. And all I'm trying to do is get a clean mating surface. so we're back at it again today. As you guys can see, I made some progress in between recordings. Got the heads on, head gasket. Everything's torqued down in there. Rotating assembly's torqued down. Oil pumps on. Oil pump or oil filter housing. All this stuff's on there. The next thing we need to do is we need to set the timing. Now originally I was gonna just get tensioners and reuse the old timing pieces because, as you can see, they're still pretty new. In fact, these don't have any miles on them. But to get new tensioners and then new guides, it was barely less money than just getting a brand new kit. So went ahead and got a new timing kit. That's what we're going to look at right now. Let's take it. Alright, so we got our gasket maker for the that's going to be for like timing cover where it goes in, sits on the gasket and on the head. We got new guides. So this is actually what originally broke on the truck and clogged up the oil pump and was causing most of our problems with it losing timing. More guides for the tensioners. We got our new tensioners, new cam sprocket, and of course, new timing chains. So, I'll let you see what we were able to get done. I think it's cleaning up pretty nicely. Oh, we've got compression, I can hear it. Alright, so basically what this tool does is I'm going to slide this on here and it should line up with that little guide. And then that'll let me know this is set to top dead center, and then I can come and adjust my chains. Alright, so we got the timing kind of set. Let's see, we got marks, and down here, see, it lines up with the dot. Everything's gone, new tensioners. I did have to modify this bracket just a little bit, but that's what happens when you buy eBay parts. So I'm gonna throw this timing wheel back on, the trigger wheel back on, and then I gotta get the timing cover on. But I think I'm gonna get a main seal gasket or I think I'm gonna get a main gasket seal for that before I do the final install of it. And then after I do that, I've still gotta put this header on. See about getting these bolts out and putting new bolts in. Well, this one's still good. See about tapping that bolt out and getting a new bolt in there. But everything's coming along on schedule. I gave myself this week to get this engine done. Plenty of time, especially since I kind of got told to stay away from work. There's a little bit of quarantine. Not because I have the virus, but because we're starting to get a few cases at work. So they're trying to minimize exposure for the rest of us. So anyway, that's neither here nor there. I'm gonna go get the main seal, and then I'm gonna get a gasket for the manifold. So, all right, so back at it. Hopefully this is the last day of assembling the engine inside the garage and on the stand before we can put it in the truck. You can see I did get a lot of work done off camera last night. I wanted to record it, but to be completely honest with you guys, I just got really frustrated. You guys are probably car guys too, so you understand. Anyway, here's just kind of a quick look of what we've got done. We've got all the pulleys back on, water pumps in, crank pulleys back down. Even got the new oil filter. All of our timing components are set. So we got to put a new manifold on here, or a new header. I've got those two studs. Don't worry. One thing I've done is I don't know where the nuts went for these studs, so I'm gonna have to dig through either the truck or through my random bin of parts. We got the rear main seal, new seals, front and rear. I got new Molly gaskets for the header here. Just tuck those up in here. And then back behind here we got a new front seal as well. So yeah, that's kind of where we're at as far as getting the stuff done on the engine. You guys saw BMW's moved. It did move under its own power again, but enough talking. I'm going to go ahead and get to putting the header on, and we'll see what happens after that. So time to drop these Molly gaskets on here. Do have what is a new header, although it is rusted, and it's rusted. Alright, so the studs copper, 18 foot-pounds. I'm sorry, the nut costs are 18 foot-pounds. So I'm going to back this out to 18. Also, today is my anniversary, so I really gotta get this finished up before my wife gets off work, because yeah, she's not gonna want to spend our anniversary in the garage. Alright, so we got two new studs on right there. That actually didn't take that long to find. I was surprised. Got everything torqued down. I need to go ahead and throw the engine mounts back on. Clean up the surface on here just a little bit better, and throw the engine mounts back on the bottom side. But before I do that, I'm gonna rotate all that over. I'm gonna put the oil pan on and the new gasket and the pickup tube. Alright, we got those. We'll torque these down next. put the oil pan on that. Nothing special about that, so I'm probably going to just do that off camera. So the next thing after this is probably going to be just actually getting it into the engine.